Right, what is up, guys? And today we're making a what if, and this what if is what's it if Naruto was a god? Now, I know you've seen plenty of those videos, blah blah blah, but this one's gonna be different. So let me explain. See, Naruto's gonna be born, and of course, the Nine Tails attack's gonna happen. But here's the thing: this time, Kurama is actually gonna break out the Genjutsu, stab Obito. And I know you're saying, "Oh, impossible." I don't care. And so that happens, right? And their parents are alive. Naruto's parents are alive. I went from explaining to starting the video, so don't question me. And so Minato was happy they didn't die because he didn't have to use the Reaper Death Seal. And so let's do a time scan. Say about 6 years. They're just training their butt off. And if you're wondering how Naruto became a god, Zeus is Minato and his mom. Naruto's mom is like a god, the one of the women's strongest god. And so they're just training their butts off. They're training Naruto so much. And they use the Uzumaki scrolls and all that. Let's do another 6 years. Time scan. No, it's time Naruto going to academy. And so he walks in the academy fresh, clean, cute as heck, no homo. And every girl is like, "Oh, look it's Naruto, he's so dreamy." And then all the boys are like, "What a drag. Dang, Naruto gets all the girls, and Sasuke is just annoying, like this brat." And so Naruto passes everything, and I forgot to tell you that Minato and his mom, I forgot what her name was, trained him to be intelligent too. And so he passes everything, and they get to the fights. Naruto beats up Choji, Shikamaru, Sakura, and then we get to Sasuke. They have a dojutsu battle, and Naruto just uses his godly dojutsu like it's nothing and says, "It's time, Sasuke." And then Sasuke is like, "What?" And then he uses this godly dojutsu, whatever it's called. I forgot the name. Yellow release, whatever. I forgot what dojutsu was. And so he releases this, or whatever. I don't really want. I watched Naruto, but I forgot what dojutsu was. Don't question me. And so he beats Sasuke in an instant. And they're like, "Sasuke," but they don't care about Sasuke because they look like all the girls look like Naruto. And so Naruto, well, they get back to the academy, and then Iruka Sensei is about to explain, give them what their teams are, and he says, "Team 7, Naruto," and then Naruto just cuts him off right there, and says, "Hold on, Iruka Sensei, hold on. I don't want to be on their team. I don't want to be on no one's team. I'm a solo man." And so Iruka Sensei is like, "Okay." Because he got permission, because the Hokage and Naruto's mom went up there and said if he wants to be a one-man team, just let him, because he could just beat you in an instant. And so and then Kakashi's like, wait a minute. Why would you want to be on our team? And Naruto said, "I'm just a one man. I'm one man only, and always will be, Kakashi. I don't want to be on nobody's team. I don't want teamwork." And then Kakashi's like, "Okay." And so Naruto goes back to the Hokage's output. Guards are there, and so they ask, Naruto asks, "Can I get by?" And they let him get by, and he goes to Hokage and says, Hokage says, and by the way, it's the third Hokage. Hokage says, "What do you want, Naruto?" And Naruto says, "Can I go on the A-rank mission?" He says, "Sure," because he knows just Naruto can beat him up. And so he completes that A-rank mission. And third Hokage is shocked because he went with him and tested his powers. And he beat everyone there and beats them down. And so the third Hokage assigns him the hardest S-rank mission possible. What I mean possible, I'm talking possible. Back to the what if. And let's see. He completes that just because plot. I want him to be super overpowered. And so he does that. And Kakashi comes up to him and says, "What are you doing, Naruto?" And he says, "Oh, I just completed the hardest S-rank mission that the Hokage can find." And Kakashi is shocked by this, cause he can complete S-rank missions too, but not that even of a plus S-rank. I just made that up, by the way, just now, so don't question me. Back to the what if. And Kakashi is shocked. Mouth drops to the floor, anime style. And Naruto's like, "What? What?" He's like, "Do you know how much training you have to get to be that strong?" He said, "Yeah. I don't care." And then, oh, I said that he was a god. I meant, oh yeah, he's a full-fledged god. Never mind. Sorry. And then Kakashi's like, whatever. He wants to go do an A-raid mission. It took him some time, about 2 hours. Comes back. Naruto's like, "Oh, I already done 3 S-rank missions, the hardest ones." And Kakashi is shook. And he's like, "Bro, why? How? You need to join our team now." And Naruto says, "No, I'm one man and one man only, and I'll always be. Believe it." Naruto reference right there. And Kakashi's like, "No, you're joining our team because we need you. You're going to be useful for our team." And then Naruto says, "Fine, but only if I work on my own." And he says, "Sure." And so they get to the bell test. And I know what you're saying. They should have completed the bell test by now. Nope, they need teamwork. And so Naruto's like, "Everybody follow me," and they just know Naruto's gonna mess them up if they don't. And so Sasuke and Sakura just is like, "Okay, Naruto." And then Sakura's just thinking, "Oh, Naruto, I want you." And then Naruto's like, "Okay, right here is a good place." And so he talks about how it's about teamwork and strategy. And they're like, "Okay, what's the plan?" And blah blah blah. He says, "Sasuke, you be the distraction. Sakura, you also a distraction, and I'll take the bells." And so they jump out, try to hit, and Sasuke and Sakura jump out of nowhere, and cause and then Sakura was trying to fight him, and Sasuke just says, "Fire style, fireball jutsu." And so Kakashi dodges that just in time before it hits him, and then Naruto says, "Gotcha." But that was supposed to be Tsushu, but Naruto knew that, and so he disappeared as well. Kakashi's like, "What?" And then he says, "Behind you," and kicks him. Roundhouse body flicker kicks him. And everybody shook. And they're like, "How? Is Naruto this strong? He can defeat Kakashi?" And Naruto's like, "Oh, I done 4 S-rank missions in one day." And they're shook. Because they can only do C-rank missions. And so, and then he snatches the bells. And Naruto's like, "We got it." And Kakashi said, "You all passed." And so, well, they go to Hokage's office. And then they ask, "When are we going to do missions?" And they said, and Hokage says, "Oh, you're doing S-rank missions now because you have Naruto on your side." He did 4 S-rank missions in one day, and they were all plus ultra hard. And everybody shook, even the person that walks in. And they're like, "Okay." And Naruto's like, "Not too normal. This ain't normal for me. Well, this is normal for me, so let's go." And they're shook. And they're like, okay, let's go. And keep in mind, he has a godly Kekkei Genkai too, and ninjutsu and taijutsu and dojutsu. And all the Uchiha and Namikaze techniques. And so, he uses his chakra chains to surround this mysterious guy. And it was like, they were like, who is this? And they found out it's Madara. And he's like, hmm? Sasuke like, do I know you? And then Madara was like, Sasuke? He's like, Madara? And then Naruto just finishes off. And I know how you're wondering. They don't run into Madara until Shippuden. Okay? It's a my what if, okay? Just leave me alone. And so they get to this point where they're just Naruto just back to back killing everything. And they go to the hidden mist to find out what's going on. And these bugs that are really, really, really strong are like killing everyone in the village, and they're like, run for your life. And Naruto just blitzes off. Nobody can see him. He just leaves an after image of 20. And they're like, Naruto, where did you go? And he said, oh, I just blitzed off, killing every single bug there with one slice of a sword. And they're like, how? How is Naruto this powerful? I want that. And then Naruto said, let's go back. And so Naruto just Naruto says them to hold his hand, and they're like, okay. And Naruto just blitzes off back to the Hokage's office. They're like, Naruto, how? And Naruto said, oh, it's just that I can teleport and blitz really fast. And they're like, teleport? And everybody's shook by this. And let's skip about a month. And I know what you're saying. Where's Kurama? Well, that's because Kurama ran off, and Naruto's too powerful. Now let's get back to the what if. And now he's like, Hokage is like, good, we'll reward you. And then they say, Naruto says, let's go take a break and eat some ramen. And they're like, okay. They go to the ramen shop, eat, blah, 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 skip all that. And then Naruto goes back home to Minato, a.k.a. Zeus. And Minato's like, how did it go with the S-rank missions? And Naruto said, they were pretty easy, not gonna lie. And Minato's like, not shook at all, because he's Zeus. And, he's like, good job, son. You have done me well. He said, you have the potential to become Hokage one day. And Naruto said, oh no, I'm going to become the strongest Hokage. Nobody can beat me. And Naruto and Minato said, I guarantee that. And then a day later, they're at the academy. And then Naruto says, Kakashi, y'all take a break. I'll go do the missions for the team. And then they're like, okay. Because they have to listen to Naruto for long. Because they know Naruto can mess them up. Because he cares about his team. And now he goes, he's going to simulate mission just because, what it feel like. What's a simulate mission feel like. He wants to know what it feels like to be so easy. And he sees the Demon Brothers pop out of a lake, and then Naruto just swiftly blitzes behind them, and they're dead. One swoop. And then Zabuza's like, wow. And then he senses Zabuza. And then Naruto just straightly teleports to him and said, what's up, Zabuza? And Zabuza just falls off the tree. Then Naruto says, farewell. And kills Zabuza. And then let's just say Zabuza has a sister, because I want to include that. Zabuza's sister's like, I gotta run. And then he says, oh, I'm not letting you run. And then she dies. And Naruto feels kind of bad, but it's for a good cause. And so, he heads back to the village. He tells Hokage, oh, this was easy, no problem. Can I get my money now, just please? And the Hokage gives him his money. Let's just time skip to, how about Shippuden? Yeah, we're doing Shippuden in this one, so I don't give a flying truck. And so, they're in Shippuden. They're teenagers now. Well, they were already basically teenagers, but yeah. and they're still a team 7. Cause Naruto loves this team now. He's trained everybody. He's trained Sasuke. He trains Oh, sorry if that noise in the background. That's just my dad just playing loud music. And he just does this. Well, what did I say? Whatever. And he does whatever. And they're like, and Naruto's like, come on guys, let's go have a fun time. And it's winter. And they're building snowmen, having snowball fights. And Naruto throws the snowball so hard, it hits Sasuke and went him flying. And then Naruto used the flying Raijin as a technique just to win a snowball fight. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm a silly boy. Yeah, I'm only a boy, okay? And this is my What If Naruto Was a God, Part 1. I'll see you. Oh, wait, what did I continue with? Sorry.